let's hope these keep in sync. So I'm showing you program I use for recording voice, probably something you've seen before. This is Magic's Samplitude. You zoom in, you zoom out, you trim out all the surplus stuff, you edit. So this is a 2-track solution, and then after that we'll move on to where stuff comes from. So there's a screenshot of all the junk on my PC. We'll go into a folder to show where I get stuff from, which is going to be, let's see, I'm narrating this sort of on the fly because it's not taking audio and video simultaneously. So there we are. This is where I keep track of all my files, all of the stories I've done. So Blizzard started life back in 2010. I did a bit more work in 2017. In fact, did a lot of work in 2017. Turned it into a Nazi Antarctica type kind of thing. So let's just see what we're going to look at now. We're going to look at Blizzard. So that's where most of the information is stored, in the 2010 folder. And in it there are multiple back copies. So if we open up the last edited copy, which is blizzard.wnwx, which is a product for writers basically. It gives you lots and lots of options for saving back copies of your work, which proved important once or twice. It's a huge nuisance if you got to recreate something. So anyway, the WNWX right at the end of it, that's just a file extension. It just tells you it's got an X in the name. How wonderful. So when you look at the interface, you're looking at a structure which has got chapters, and then indented you've got scenes. Most writing products do that. You've got chapters and scenes or episodes or whatever. So we're going to have a look at one called Das Konzert. Eventually the mouse will move to it. Come on, Mr. Mouse, do your thing. So we're getting there, we're getting closer. It's just the next one down. Can you do it, Mr. Mouse? Pop singers. Well, we might be doing pop singers actually. So all this has been written a while back. Once you've written it, you need to eventually get it sorted out, cleaned up. Edited is the word most people use when you edit it. Firstly, stick it into Word, and you do all the things with track changes. It's the kind of thing which you just sort of die from boredom and dreary kind of, oh, how bad life is to me because I've got to deal with my editing to my work. It's pretty, it is where it is, that. So in order for me to read it out, I don't use the A4. This is in sort of A4 format, if you will. I turn it into an A6, and eventually we'll get into that. So come on, A6, where are you? Mr. A6, I'm waiting. Oh wait, we're going to have a look in my clean directory first. So these are cleaned files, so cleaned stories. You don't need to know that. All you need to know is that this was in one. So it's actually, we started life as a different title, something like Blizzard or whatever, but it's actually now One Last Gig. So the story is a couple of pop singers decide to do their last gig in Antarctica. Hey ho. So eventually we're going to open up the A6. Come on, Mr. A6, where are you? Because there we are. We're in luck. So this is A6 format, and this is exactly as it's read out. So I'll say something like episode 5, Das Konzert, read out all the stuff. But those little hash numbers where it says like hash 55, that's how I break things down. Because if you start reading too much, you come to pauses, you make mistakes. You need to have a way of being able to go back and analyse out where the problems are and fix them. Oh wait, before you get to that, you've actually got to stick it on PDF, so you can see the PDF on the right. It looks pretty similar. Well, it would do, because all you've done is generate it. PDF's important. You stick it on your Kindle. Your Kindle, you can move a page and not make a noise, whereas you've got it in Word. You're looking at a Word document there, but you move your mouse, it picks it up on the mic. You click a button, picks it up on the mic. Click the mouse, you pick it up on the mic. That is a nightmare to sort out. So come on, let's minimise this DAS concert. Oh, wait. How do I record mistakes? So when we look at an individual, so what you're seeing there is a full collection of works. And we're looking at DAS concert, as I've mentioned before in the past. So every bit is broken down into manageable bytes, like episodes or whatever. So DAS concert, if you look on the left, there's 707 words, or you need sort of microvision to pick that out. And because it's Excel, I can do things that mean it's very easy to go from what you can see there to the tab where the detailed information, the recording information is kept. So eventually we'll get to that, but don't need to flick through all the tabs. I just press a button and I'm waiting for me to do it because I don't remember what waffle I said the time I recorded this, but no sound came through, so I'm just making stuff. Oh, there we are. We flicked through. So this is DAS concert. So you can see now you've got the hash numbers on the left-hand side. So what's the purpose of those hash numbers? I'll just minimise that, get it out of the way. Purpose of those hash numbers is to identify where you are in the recording and at what time code any particular difficulty occurred. So I've not gone through the process on that. That actually happens within Samplitude. All I'll note is that you can see little comments there. So that's what I read out, and that's what's got to be fixed. R means re-record. P means I've just done a pause. When you pause, there's a little sort of click in the audio file. You've got to edit even that out. Why do you have a pause? Because you can feel yourself running out of breath, or you need to sneeze, or there's some other unmentionable noise, all that kind of stuff. And then there's an ongoing time series there. And at the end of it, you've got to the total number of minutes and seconds that you were recording. And then right at the end, you've got to what was the net amount of recorded material that you created and all that. It's just recording stuff. Now, it's ended. Black screen of death. So stop.